Let me know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear something. Anything yet? All right, good. I had it in the wrong input. The laptop doesn't really specify which, and I got 3 inputs on the side, and it's an older laptop, and so I don't know which one it is. A bit louder, please. So it might not be the right one if you guys can't hear me. I don't. Testing 1, 2. All right, you should be able to hear me now. Let's clear that up a little bit. All right, how about now? Can you hear me? Audio, yeah. Is it coming in strong? Should come in over the music. All right, good. All right, we'll start. Sunday at 2 o'clock, even with the turn back time, the hour back, it'll start at 2 o'clock. I don't even know if I'm gonna be here. I don't know if I'm gonna be here because Sundays are usually my pretty busy days, but it will play regardless if I'm present or not. Okay, so it'll show you how I did this. Even though it's pretty detailed, it only lasts a little bit past an hour, but it will explain to you how I did the covered bridge. Okay, today I'll paint the scenery. Now I do have a picture here that I'm going by. It's not exactly the same thing because the perspective is a little extreme on the photo. So I kind of made it a little user-friendly to say, and plus only with the spaces that I have on this black board here, because it only goes so far. All right, but it does explain how you can get your covered bridge or any structure to look pretty much like this. Okay, this is just me, but if you do a covered bridge, a house, a home, a building, a shack, a shanty, whatever, any kind of structure, this way, really, if you're looking for something that looks like this, and it's going to come out something like this when the finished painting comes, this is really the best way to do it. And it'll teach you how to do perspective, and you'll see how things relate in space. Okay, it's not as difficult as this might look right now, okay, because everything's based with shapes. It's nothing but a rectangle. All right, and it all starts with a box. You follow me? I'll show you in the video all of that, even how you do the pitch of the roof and everything. And believe it or not, I'm not working with 2 vantage points. I'm working with 3 vantage points. Okay. There's a vantage point on the left, vantage point on the right, and there's a vantage point about an inch above this, which does this. Okay. Obviously, the vantage point goes this way, and obviously the vantage point goes that way. That's it. Your vertical lines are a straight 90-degree angle. That's the rule. All right. Okay. But No, I won't push any more buttons. I don't have the no Bruceisms today. So I'll get on to painting this. Down below, on your lower right hand side, we have green, red, brown, white, light blue, and a medium blue, I guess. Okay, all right, and we'll get it started. As you can see, I pretty much kind of sketched out more or less the main bits of the scenery. Okay, which will be partially covered anyway, but that's all right. I got the photo here. The sky, there's no clouds in it. It's pretty much a plain sky, so we'll get into some gradation shades of blue or whatnot. I'll try to make it as stroke free as possible. Okay. I don't know what it is everywhere else, but it's going to be like 73 degrees. And when I took the dog out at a little past 8 o'clock in the morning, it was almost 70 degrees out. Now, this is like November, and there's plants starting to rebloom again. This is all off kilter. The heat is on in here, and we don't control the heat. So it's 70 degrees. I got a room full of windows, and the heat is on. It's very warm in here. All right, so I got to deal with that myself. And at this stage right now in my life, I can't really, believe it or not, take the heat very well. It never used to be that way, but you know, body changes, I guess, and getting older. So it's kind of crazy. This is vegetable glycerin that I'm using. It just helps blend the paint and whatnot. Okay, that's basically what I'm using it for. I'm gonna go into a little touch of white. I just drag the white down. The white will be here on the bottom, and then over here. And it's just to lighten up the blue, which I'm going to go into right now. Okay, we'll just come down here. We'll just pop that blue in. Yes, we're going to start off with this lighter blue. We can go all the way up with the lighter blue. It's okay. The sky, once again, is pretty mundane, pretty clear, nothing really special. It's a gradated sky. I'm getting a little bit brighter on the bottom. You'll probably hear that bell go off from time to time. The thing is funny about being an artist like myself that teaches is that I keep my page pretty much open, and so people send me stuff that I absolutely have no care for, photographs and whatever they want to send, and I pay no attention to it. But I don't want to diss them and everything. But they send it to me, I just don't reply. Now we're going to go with our darker blue. The darker blue, especially a strong one, you don't need as much of it. And plus, I got the glycerin to have to travel this stuff around, so I'm just filling it in right now. And I'll lightly fade it. I got to do it rather quickly because I can feel the glycerin drying because it's just really warm in here. And it's okay if it starts to dry. That means I have to blend that much quicker, that much harder. It's fine. Even if I have to use another brush for it, I will. And I most likely will, while the paint's somewhat still kind of wet and maneuverable. All right. I'll keep working at it. As long as it's kind of maneuverable and wet, I'll just keep working at it. I really want the sky to kind of blend in, so I'll probably put a little care into making it look that way. So I may be going back and forth with this thing a bit, and it's okay. And there's a reason for the pretty much a plain sky. There's a few large trees that are in here. When you're going by a photograph, you have to plan things out a little more than you normally would. Let me think here. Let's get a little glycerin on my brush. I'll bring some of this blue back out because I just want to once again blend out any of those silly looking streak things. And I'll just keep working with it, working at it. Mainly up here, I want pretty plain. We'll work on the bottom. Now we'll work on the bottom and bring some of that light blue back up toward the top. Blend it in. This sky blue here. We'll start off in here. And lightly blend it into the dark blue. And just keep working at it, back and forth. Blend it out. Nice smooth blend up there, just like that. Down here, we'll just add some more white, brighten it up. Right here is near the tree line, it's okay. It's all right. I'll just get a little bit of white, titanium white. Come back down below and we'll add that in. See, just lightly blend it. Keep blending in one spot. It's just, all it's going to do is blend. Well, you can see how it's starting to come out there. Control your hand pressure also while you're doing it. Okay, that's cool. Leave it just like that. And that's fine the way it is. I'll work from the back. I'll work from the back to the front. Hello, Joni. How are you? Good to see you. I got a Hake brush, and I got to clean that immediately. You don't want the acrylic paint to dry up on this brush at all. I had the Hake brush for a number of years. It's extremely soft hairs, perfect for mixing and blending. It dries rather quickly, especially today. I got 3 sizes. This is the medium. All right, I got a 3-inch. This is a 2-inch, and I got I believe a 1-inch brush in there somewhere. They came in a package of 3 a few years back. Okay, let us mix some green. Usually I would mix blue and an umber to get the green I want, but I got green here too. But we need a darker green, so we'll mix the green in with the brown. Be the trees in the background there. I'll get a smaller brush. And we have some trees in the back. Nothing really detailed, it's just the shape of the trees, just the general shapes. And we'll come here and we'll just like this, just slight little taps, just like that. And we got some here, and I got one coming out here like this a little bit. just like that. Okay, just that quick. All right. Okay, we have trees over here on the side, and I'm not even gonna dilly dally. We're just gonna put them right on in there. Okay, I'm gonna use some of this brown, some of this green here, just for the block in where the trees will be. Okay, up and around here, I want to play around with pretty much with the tops of the trees, get that airy look to them. Something like that, and then we'll block the rest in. The glycerin, well, down below is not any glycerin. As you can tell when the glycerin stops, because the colors get a lot more solid. You see up in here, that paint is sitting on top of the glycerin there, and it's okay. And right now, I'm just blocking in the color. I can actually bring these bushes down pretty low if I desire to. And I probably will. Because, see, you can change things up in midstream. I'll just bring the grass or the bushes down here. Maybe I'll give it a little bit of land there so it looks like that. And back in here, I'll darken them up a little bit. I want some distinct looking tops coming through. Okay. There's no branches, no trunks or anything in this part, but something like that. All right, there's nothing coming over in that area. Now I have the windows open on this because the leaves are showing through. This area here. Okay, they're showing through the inside of the covered bridge. Hey Bruce, how are you? The actual drawing of this will be on Sunday's tutorial. I may not be here because Sundays is, like I said, very busy for me. So I might not be present. I'm just gonna add a little more darkness here because it lightened up on me a little bit. And just to add a little more oomph to these fellas back here. Something like that. All right, it's just the trees far away back there. Once again, I'm gonna start from the back going toward the front. Traditionally, that's what you're sort of supposed to do. Okay. All right, let's get a lighter color going here with these leaves. I'll use the same brush. I'll just tap in a little light blue into this deeper green here. Get a little more green into that. Okay, I'll take my brush, I'll mash it like this, kind of destroy it. They make pretty interesting leaf patterns. I'll flatten that out a tad. Usually, a thinner brush will give you that look that you could be looking for. Okay, usually, but I use a thicker paint. Okay, and I'm pushing down a little bit. I'll turn the brush around, push down some more color. Get some more. Not necessarily getting rid of all that dark green, don't do that. They tend to have a little shape to them when you press down on them like that. Okay. I'm gonna take a little touch of white. Don't want any semblance of the white, but just very light version of this green. I'll come up here and I'll get some little highlight things going. Pop some in there like that. Just here and there where you think some of that would come out at. Maybe a couple in there. I think that's cool. We'll just keep it kind of shady there. All right. Little touch of blue into the green. And we'll take this and we'll just kind of smooth it out. And we'll just kind of give a nice little patch of green in there. Okay. I'm going to come back here and establish a little bit of the land using the same colors, all right? Down there. I'll go kind of sort of around that tree. This is pretty much a traditional way of doing a painting, working from the back towards the front. Okay. Like that. And then just piece it together there. We do have a tree in the background over here on this side. The trunk isn't really visible too much, but I'll make it visible for the sake of this painting. I'll go into my, oh great, perfect. I just blessed one of my brushes with blue. That's okay. I'll salvage it off my towel. And I'll put it right here. Yeah, you guys should be able to see the colors, blue and a little bit of this brown. We'll just mix it in. The trunk isn't really nothing to write home about. It's in the background back here. Okay, and so I'll just take Mr. Trunk right in here. Something like that. I'll just bring it in here a little bit because this is kind of subdued by other bushes in the front. And I'll pop the trunk right here somewhere. Just a solid color, really. I'll make it a little more brownish. It just didn't do nothing but interact with the colors I already have on here. So let's give a semblance of a trunk here. That's about all of that trunk you really need to see for right now. All right. All right, let's get another shade of green going here. Let's put this brush back. Let's go to one of these other raggedy brushes. Let's go back into our blue. We'll mess with this green. Go back into some of that green there. And I'll use a little bit of red this time. Deepen it that way. Okay, we'll stir it up pretty good. Once again, I'm working from the back toward the front, coming towards us. All right, and we'll throw in, flesh out some bushes right in here. It does go over the tree, like so. Come past the foreground line there. I'll come all up in here. A little darker in there anyway. It's all right. We have the cement foundation there. It's okay. Let's take a little touch of white. Let's put it in there, just lighten it up a little. And what I'm gonna show you here is the old adage of a thin paint sticks to a thick paint. We're gonna take that paint, dip it into some water, we'll thin it out, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm mashing the brush down ready to just thin the paint. And very lightly, just thin watery paint, very, very lightly. Let's make this disappear for 1 second. Sorry, Simon. I had to press some more buttons. We'll just give very light, see? Very light touch. Okay. Highlight some of those bushes there. Not every inch of them, but a very light touch will give you that look. Like so. Just very light stuff. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a small fan brush and we'll put some grass patterns in there. I can't find a smaller fan brush. We'll just use this. It's okay. A little bit of dark green in here. Just a little bit. That should be fair. We'll just come and we'll throw some little grass patterns here. Just a little texture. Out here, throw them in. Turn the brush around, add some more. It's more for texture. Okay. Okay. Step granddad turned 15. Yeah, them growing up, it puts things into reality. You know, I got 2 daughters. One of them's hovering near 30. I think she's 27, 28, something like that now. So I can understand. It comes fast. You know, it gets there pretty quickly. The windows here, I'm gonna take care of those right now. I'll take a smaller brush. I don't want black per se, so we'll go into a brown. A little bit of red in that brown. Okay. Yeah, you guys can see this pretty good. You guys can see it better than I can see it, really. And then we'll put some green that'll neutralize that red. Okay. Just like that. That's good enough. All right, just the inside of the windows there. I already have a black border in this, so I'll just take care of this now. This should be dry by the time I pay some kind of attention to it back there. Okay. All right, let's get a little glycerin in this brush. We'll put it right around here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yes, you guys can see it. I'm just wiping glycerin into the paint that was already on the brush. I'm going to clean off the brush real fast, dry it off. Use some of this little glycerin paint, and we'll smooth in some shadows in here like that. Yeah, we'll pop some shadows in here. This will make sense in a bit. It's really shadows for the tree, the leaves on the larger tree. I'm gonna darken in this tree a wee bit better than that. I know I wiped it away a little bit, just like that. All right. Okay. We're going to flesh out the tree. We're going to start with interesting little blobs, and then we're going to go from there. I'll just use this oversized filbert brush. All right. It's a little long in the tooth, this filbert. Brown, a little bit of green. Okay. I'm going to just stir it in there. Basically, I just want something dark. We'll keep the dark on the green side. On the green side. That was me wiggling that my hand hit the video encoder. Okay. And I'm looking at the shape of the tree. Like I said, you don't really see much bark, really. And so I'm just going to do my best to kind of mimic the pattern of this tree. Okay. The overall shape first, and then we'll get into its it's me really kind of separating in my mind the total shape of the tree instead of looking at the details. You have to look past the highlighted parts. And it actually comes out this way, like that. Very odd looking tree to say the least, but it's all good. And that's basically what I'm doing, just really looking at the overall shape of this tree. There's actually another tree by it, but it's just not wide enough. But that's okay. We're gonna do just what you see me do right here. There's another tree on the other side, and we're just gonna continue the love over there on the other side of the page. Okay. We have one that looks kind of weird and pineish, so we're gonna do it this way. I'll just angle the brush to kind of, now this obviously is a filbert, so it's going to give you a certain type of shape. You just manipulate it to get it as close as you can. So we have one guy that looks like that. The other fellow is just one big dude in the backpack here. I'm going to get it kind of solid here to separate it a little bit. Then we're going to come here, add little cutesy things. To it. Series of little taps. And we're going to come out here and add some things like that to it. And we're going to bring it back. I'll bring this higher up so it looks like more of a solid tree back there. All right. And you really don't see any branches, but you know it's there. So this brush that I just used is good for filling out and bulking out the trees. You don't have to use this brush to highlight anything. It's not really the best to do that, but just to fill out the tree and to do it in a nice amount of time is pretty cool. I'll use a basic, I'll just use a basic hog's hair for the lighter branches here. Once again, I'm just moving from the back to the front. I'm gonna get a little bit of green in this, just like that. I can add a little water to it, loosen up the paint. Okay. The advantages of loose paint like this is that you don't have to press very hard to get the effect that you're looking for. Okay, we'll just go up here and we'll just put, get a nice little pattern, get a little grouping, make a grouping and then go outward. Okay, turn your brush around in various points. Okay, to get that randomness of your leaves. Now, as I'm looking at it, it just needs to be a little bit brighter. Obviously, I'm running out of white. It's all right, I'll get some more. We don't want snow bring some of that brightness in front of that tree. There, it brings it back. Okay, you come on over here, add some more. Now, since it's lighter paint, I can come back here and add a little more love there. And I'm turning it in all different directions. Okay. All right. That's cool. That'll work. All right. Okay. We got this fellow over here to do. I ran out of white. So let's add a little bit of this baby blue to the white. We'll put it right here for right now. Okay. We'll go back into that deep green, slap some of that in there, just like so. We use a thicker paint. All right. Its light source is actually coming from over here. And so we're going to do it that way. Just randomly turn your brush around a little bit. Don't leave out those blank areas. Okay, think of it in groupings. Get a nice glob of paint, and then you here, I'll show you. Let's get a glob of paint right here. It's like that. You take that and you feather it out. Like that. Okay, and you move on to another part of the tree. I just turn my brush in random patterns. All right. I'll try to make this simple for everybody. Glob of paint, and you keep it moving. Okay, come down on the bottom. Don't omit that dark. You need that. Very important. It actually comes down below a little bit. Okay. I can actually take that little bit of white, mix it in there. I'll use a little bit of water, thin it up. Now, remember, with water in the paint, you don't have to add as much pressure to that. Okay. And we'll come here on the very tips and we'll do some little direct sunlight things. And cute little groupings where you would think the direct sunlight would hit. Not much of it though. Just here and there. Put some on the tip there, maybe out here, just a little on the tip. And you're pretty just guiding your eye where the light source is, more or less. All right. Just come back on the other side. We'll add some love over here. We're up on the tops there. Maybe some catching over here. And what I'm doing is I'm going in front of what I've previously done. All right. Oh, I'll add a little bit of love here. I'm not right in here somewhere. that's about it. We do have land here. All right, so let's block that in. I won't use this brush. I'll use, what is this? This is a flat. Let's go into our green. What's left of it, we'll put it right here. Slight touch of brown in there. Mix it in. A little touch of blue. Okay, that will work. Just get some water, thin it out a little bit, and we're just blocking all of that in. Relatively not the hardest painting in the world to do. Okay, now you're going, you're painting from a photograph, so this is watercolor paper, so obviously it's going to have a different effect than actual canvas. It's all right. Once again, I'm just blocking all of that in. I might have enough, I might not. We'll soon find out. We should have enough to cover that though. And once again, I'm just blocking it in. We'll do the texture in a few minutes. Block it in. Don't have to get it flat and super perfect. Some of that coloration and gradation, and it helps. It helps. All right, let's take the same brush with what little bit of paint we do have. There's a little bit of grass here where the road is, and so I'll just kind of stipple it in there. We'll be going over this again because of the road and the tape on the little stone barrier. So I'm just going to stipple it in like so. We'll get back to this. As you see, I'm moving from the back toward the front, and that smooth gradiated color actually helps you out there. All right, you see how you can just get that graded color going through. And some of the, I'm just getting rid of the extra paint. Some of the sky obviously is showing through the trees. That's true. As soon as we're born, we start dying. A morbid way to think about it, but it is true. Okay. There's another grouping of trees here, well, bushes per se. That is in the corner. I'll just use the brown. See, I don't know if I can scrape up any green, but this is all right. It's just a dark color. They are darker. All right, and they're pretty much right in here. I'll have the brush, instead of brush going flat, I'll just have it this way. And I'll work with the tip of the corner of the brush right around in here somewhere. Okay, I'm looking at it. I guess I can kind of extend it out this way, and then I'll work it this way. It gets wider as it comes toward this. Is a perspective thing. I'll have it come out this way, so it gives me kind of a little perspective line right in there. But we got a row of bushes in here. We'll kind of fill and fluff it out there. Okay, but it's pretty much like right there. I know you guys don't see it unless I move painting over a little bit. I can do that. Okay. All right. Sad part about doing the painting is that when you need key things and you start to see you're really, really low on paint, you really don't want to add any more paint because you're not going to really need it much anymore. That's where I'm at right now, but it's okay. I'll just improvise. Yeah, tell you, well, it's all right. It's some of the internet people said happy birthday to her, me included. All right, we get a little bit of yellow in here. Mix it around. We use some of this light blue. Why not? It's still mixing it in with a little bit of that brown color. Okay. All right. And we'll add some love. Very light touches. Little patches there. Like so. Bring it out there a little bit. Don't get rid of all your darks. I'm just kind of grouping them right now. The highlights will come in a second. So yes, I'll be highlighting this stuff. Little yellow, little white. Pop it in there. Mix it right in with this green stuff. And we're gonna put it here. Right here toward its edge. It kind of lets you know where the light source is coming from still. And just little patterns. I'll get some clumps in there. Just let you know I'm here. Look at me, I'm still here. I matter. All right, that's pretty much what that says. I'm gonna come out here and add a little bit of love in here a little bit. Some patches there. This is just going to give a tint of yellow in this little group of grass here. Okay. I guess I can put a few bits of this in here to just add a little color. Just because. This is creative license. Just a tad. I just hit my phone with the brush. It's all right. He was misbehaving, so. Just get a grouping of little highlight color in there. Once again, creative license. Don't judge me. That's fine. Pop some up here. We'll trail some here. Come down beyond. Okay, that's enough of that. That was creative license. Didn't really need to be there, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Just get something going with this road. Just get a little bit of this brown. We'll put it in here like that. A little touch of red in that brown. And we'll throw it. Now, red is, as you can see, is a very staining color. Okay, very staining color. Matter of fact, I added too much, but it's all right. I don't think I have enough blue to neutralize that. It's all right. We'll use the lighter blue. Add some more white. Some more white. This is fair for the road somewhat. I can gray it out with some darker color later, but we'll just kind of flesh in the road here. All right, we'll just come here and just lay it flat. Just blocking in the road. Let's get some more paint. All right, that's cool. That'll work. Okie dokie. I'll grade that out because I really don't want a brown road. But we'll do something with that. That gray is a little bit on the reddish brown side. We can kill some of that. We'll neutralize it because red, this type of brown has red in it, so you'll throw a little bit of its opposite in there. Okay, like that. Throw it in there. Get some titanium white, and there you go, gray. Where's my little bit of brown? Okay. Now, if I put this up there, like this, oh, that's a little greenish, more white. That's a little bit better. We're not going to get rid of all that brown. There's a perspective here that I got to kind of abide by. So I got to be careful. Still stick with the perspective there. I said I'll explain about the perspective. This is a very unusual perspective here on this painting. Okay. Okay. We are exactly an hour into this. That's cool. All right. Hey, Travel Dreamer, how are you? Fatima. Whew. As I'm looking, checking things out, I'll use this brush. We'll get some grass patterns in there. Let's take care of that. Let's just use this. And we'll get some cute little grass patterns. We'll just get a bunch it up here. Get a group of paint in one area and you stipple it out. Because you don't want like a super brush pattern going on there. So you group them together, group them and come outward to whatever path you want. And if I don't like it, I will just glaze over it with another pattern. So I'll just finish it off and see what I got and go on from there. Okay. I can take that. I'll just take some green here, and I'll go into my glycerin here. Okay, and then I'll I'll glaze some color over it. There we go. Okay, just like that. Just glaze a little color and green it back up again. You're good to go. All right. Okay. Let's take a little bit of. We'll take a little bit of brown. Wish I had a little bit of dark blue, but it won't matter. And we'll get some shadows in here of the bushes. Come out this way a little bit, like that. It can stand to be a little darker than that, but that might suffice for right now. Okay, we're gonna peel this tape off, and we'll work on the covered bridge and the stone work and all of that good stuff. So we'll lightly, I'm pulling, as you can see how I take this stuff off. I don't have any nails. Pull. As you pull and lift. All right. I forget where the cutoff points of this tape is. I did it last night. I'm accustomed to doing it with the X-Acto knife. Slightly go up under the tape, lift up. And we continue to do the pulling thing there. Just keep in mind, you don't really want to tear your drawing up. All right. So don't rush it. Just be very careful. On it. While we got that off, I'll take an even smaller brush. I'll go into a little bit of what I got left of white, a little touch of brown. All right, it's got that light green in there, but don't worry about it. It's all right. Go into my water. We'll loosen it up a little bit. We'll color this in while I'm thinking about it. Okay. We'll start to color in some of these guys. We'll start coloring in the rocks. A little detailed, a little monotonous. You'll get accustomed to doing stuff like this. And what I'm going to try to attempt to do is leave the white of the paper and just color in the rocks themselves. Usually you wouldn't do it with a square brush, rigger brush, or one of the more fine tip brushes would work. With this, in a perfect world, just gotta be mindful where you are. Do it the best you can. And I'm just using water and paint because, once again, I just want this stuff to dry. So if I have to add anything else on top of this, it will already be dry and it won't smudge. Okay. Doesn't have to be picture perfect. Some of that roughness actually helps. As you see, the white of the paper will make automatic grout. You follow me? I'll read your comments in a second. Hey, Lisa B, how are you? Lurk on, lurk on. Get you a shirt with a giant L on it. Lurker. Okay, a little brighter shade of the same color. Okay. We'll Now with titanium white, obviously, titanium white covers death. So if you would like to add a little water to it, I would. It'll just help the black ink show through a little. It will show through with this. I'm applying it fairly thin. So it's all good. It's okay. Okay. Alrighty then. We need a slightly larger brush for the stuff here. And more of that color. No problem. We'll get a slightly larger brush. Well, it's a 1/4 inch brush. Yeah, slightly larger. Get some more white, what's left there. And we got a little bit of blue in it. It's okay. A little touch of water, we'll thin it up a bit. Okay. Come here. Crap. Hold on. I got a little piece of tape covering what I need to paint. So I'll remove all of this. It's all good. Oh, I forgot. I got the inside windows. I gotta be pretty careful here. Forgot about the inside windows. There we go. Come on. Work with daddy. All right. So we'll just take that away. You might as well get rid of this too. Why not? Okay. Let's put X-Acto knife back. Now we'll continue. Right around it, right here. Right in here. It's just got more water in the paint. We'll add some textures to this to make it a little interesting. So the rougher kind of texture I'm doing kind of matches with this granite they have here. It's pretty much like color by numbers. All right. I got a buddy from Washington State. He's about to paint. He usually paints about this time. He's 3 hours back from us, soon to be 4. And yeah, he usually pops on about 2 o'clock. Just getting a touch of water into the paint, just to continue on, even with this little bit right in here. Okay, all right. Water with the acrylic paint, and plus a pretty warm room, it will dry up pretty quickly. All right, so you can add other textures and such. I'll just dip into a little bit of brown. I'll put it here. Use the side of the brush, and we'll just scumble on some stuff like this. The watercolor paper actually helps, you know, the rough texture of the watercolor paper. And I just add this in here because once again, it's pretty interesting and it's fun to do. A little touch of white, just a little bit, and we'll kind of scumble some of that white in there. Side of the brush, looks like we got a little bit of blue in that white. It's all right. And we'll add a little bit of that love in here too. Just a touch in here. Just scumble along. It's all right. When you're doing stuff like this and you're doing it in perspective, keep that in mind. I don't have too much white, but we're gonna make the best of it. We'll make the best of it. Can't make the best of it anymore. We ran out. Boy, that's disturbing when you do it. But I'm gonna do it this way because it prevents me wasting paint. So it's okay. Sometimes I want to cover it up for later, and sometimes I don't. Today I don't. Once again, this actually helps with the perspective of where these lines are going. The perspective of the road, actually. So these little cues help. And it gives you a nice little rough, well-worn road. Nah, I don't believe I did a paint by numbers. Maybe when I was a kid, but I think I got pretty bored with that too, because I had the mindset of I can do this on my own without painting, because I could draw. I drew before I could paint, so it just didn't have that type of appeal to me at that time. It bored me too. And I was a child then. Okay, let's get a little bit of brown into this white. Probably a little touch of water and then thin it up a little bit. We'll come in here. It's lit in here, so need more water. I can tell. Didn't have enough water. Really put that water in there. All right, we'll continue on. Now essentially what you're doing is almost painting like gouache. Gouache is nothing but it's I'm trying to find a good wording for it so you understand. It's opaque watercolor. Okay. So once it dries, that's it. That's basically what I'm doing right now when you see me doing this stuff with all that water. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, there you go. Let's darken it a little bit. We'll do the beams. The beams that are facing us back here, we'll have it a little darker. Really, really simple. Really simple. Beams facing us will be a little darker. Okay. All right. The beams that are not facing us, we'll add a little white to it. Right here. Lighten it up a bit. Simple color to give you that light and shade. All right. Now, even though I added titanium white, it's got water all in it, so it'll kill some of that opaque. It gives you a chalky residue, but this is too small to really notice or even pay attention. Okay. All right. It is a little bit lit in here. I didn't do the detail of the slats in here, and it won't matter. Let's get a little bit of brown, more brown. I'm gonna add a touch of green in that brown. Way too much of a touch of green, it's all right. We'll add some more. Okay, with that white, it grays it up a little bit. We're gonna use a little bit of glycerin this time. Okay, now with glycerin, it takes a little longer for it to dry. Well, not today. The room is hot as hell. But you can actually paint over what you've just done with glycerin. Okay. All right. And well, here we go. You'll see. I'm gonna paint right over it. Paint over that brown. The glycerin is maneuverable. While it's wet, it's very maneuverable. So have fun with it. Have fun. Whatever might be streaky, the streaks will disappear. Glycerin tends to spread when it dries. So you can manipulate this stuff. And you can also paint right on top of it. You can just add and add and add and add. Up to you how you want to do it. This is your painting, your world. You do as you see fit. Okay. I can put this greenish color in that black also, so it would pretty much match and coincide. So I can do that, yes. I'll show you. I'll just add the green in there. And so you just have black with a greenish tint. So everything have a sense of belonging. You follow me? Okay. And that's all I'm doing is coloring in the black. I'll be doing it again when I remove the top part of the tape. All right. But now you have shadow in there. Okay. And the black is not as stark. We have to continue that. I have to take the tape off here. Go on the dry side of the paint, go up underneath the tape, lift. Okay. Just lift it up. And then, your finger can take care of the rest. Just be careful. This is not, whoops, where are we at? Okay. This is not canvas. This is watercolor paper. I forgot that I cut these out. So I gotta be really careful with this. I would like to try to get this off in one shot. Will it happen? Who knows? And if it doesn't, just take your time to, don't get upset. That's a little bit of the paper coming off, see? Right there. And it came off here too. There's ways around that. If this happens, and it will happen, okay, we'll show you how to save that. This only happens if you use paper. Okay, it's bound to happen. We'll cut that off. This, we'll cut that off too. Just cut it and get rid of it. It's not the end of the world. So I'm kind of happy it happened. I'll show you how to correct that if you use watercolor paper. All right. Once again, it's not the end of the world. Hashtag do not panic. Just take some black, go back over it. Now I have double watercolor paper on here, so it's really no big deal. And I just fill it in real fast. No biggie. And the lines that you missed, you just put them back. Okay. And even here, put them back. You don't even have to put them back all the way. Just, put them back. You'll never notice it anyway. But if that happens, that's how you correct it, and you just keep it moving. All right. Keep it moving. You're good. You're all right. You're okay. Let's go to this. Let's do something with that. I'll add a little more white. We'll grade up a bit on the lit side. Here. Time is at 1:24. I still got up time. All right, we call this the lit side right here. We'll put this go away. We'll put this cinder block right here. We'll color this in. We're almost done because the barn. I keep calling it a freaking barn. The lighthouse, the covered bridge will be lighthouse. The covered bridge will be done rather quickly. Let's just get a little more red into this, or brown into this. The hell, I got Alzheimer's now. A little bit of brown into this gray, and we'll do the shadow half here. Lighthouse. Good Lord. I must be pressing brain buttons. Maybe I'm not eating enough fish. It's supposed to be brain food, right? Carrots are for the eyes. As you can tell, I haven't been eating enough carrots, right? All right. Yes, it makes a little bit of red, a little bit of green. got varying shades of gray and that brownish color. That disturbing sound you hear is not a goose passing gas. It's a guy with a I can't think of what that saw is, but that's what he's doing. He's cutting 2x4s. He's building a house, a makeshift house out of a two-stall garage. He's really good. He knows what he's doing. That's for damn sure. He's in the 70s. He's been faithful doing it. He's really been working his butt off doing that. I'm going to add some shadow. It's not in the painting, but I see it, and therefore I'm going to do it right underneath here. All up in here. Just add some shadow. I'm just using the brown color. Okay, we just add a little bit of shadow. We'll bring it out a little bit. I'll probably bring it out about as far as this brick here. All right, out here like this. Why not? And once again, follow the perspective. Use your finger to fade it out. It's all right. I want to and I don't, but I will. I'll just darken this because it is underneath this thing. Just like that. Okay. But this is how glycerin would help you if you choose to use it. There's so many uses of this stuff. All right. But there you have it. Okay. You can have dark without it being super dark. All right, I'm gonna add some brown into this green. It's got the glycerin in it. And all I'm doing is making pretty much a darker shadow. This is for that grass patch over there. I just wanted it a little deeper. Okay. I think I got a little bit of brown here. There we go. It's just for the shadow. I just want some more oomph for the shadow there, in there. We'll bring it out this way. Once again, we've got to still think perspective, so we'll kind of drag it out there a little bit. All right. You don't have to have such a hard edge either. Just like soften it. All right. Okay. Now we get to the actual covered bridge itself. Hey, Dance 87. How are you? I'm still on this side of the grave, so I guess I'm doing pretty damn good. Okay, guys, I hope you're understanding how I'm approaching this. Okay, I tend to look up at the screen. I need to be looking here. So, hope you're understanding how I'm approaching this, going from the back toward the front. My iPhone, when someone sends me an SMS message, unless I acknowledge that it's been sent, it's going to keep doing that disturbing ring. Okay, so I'm working from the back, coming toward the front. All right, even though I passed the covered bridge to do the rest. Okay, the covered bridge more or less is the last thing I'm going to do. All right, and that's it. It'll be the end of the video. Let's take a quick, small palette knife. We'll go into a little bit of red, a little bit of green, and it's just gonna, these are two color opposites. This is where you, as an artist, start getting really picky about things. I'm gonna get a nice little line, okay, and I'm just gonna touch it, just a touch. Don't have to be a perfect line. Just like so. That's all I want. Okay, that was it. That was really all I wanted. I could add some of this and just like rub it across this stuff here. If I wanted to just kind of drag some of that. And this is a pretty sneaky way just to get rid of paint, basically. And That's all it is really. Come here, go that way, and just follow. Once again, just follow the lines of the perspective lines, and it looks like you know what you're doing. Okay, right on the side there. All right, and it adds a little cute movement to your painting. Okay, okie dokie. Let's get some more of this glazed stuff, and I'll very coyly, sneakily add a little bit of this love. Oh, in here a little bit, just beyond in here. And what I'll do, is just sneak it in there a little bit, just for a little bit of shadow, just like that. Little cute little things like that. Just pop a little bit of realism into it. All right, thank you, Johnny. Oh yeah, this guy, I'm telling you, I wish, if I thought about it, Fatima, if I thought about it, I would have taken progress pictures, because this dude, this old man is incredible. He did have a partner. I guess he didn't want his partner to do it with him anymore. He said he can handle it on his own. This guy's in his 70s, right? Scaling up and down the ladder, doing this thing, lifting all that stuff. Fantastic job he's doing. All right, coffee break before it gets too cold. All right. The main building. Let's take, I'll just take this brush. It's just about a long handled, long haired 1/2-inch brush. We're going to take, before I take anything, let's get rid of this garbage, because now we're going on to a different part of the painting. We'll get rid of some of this trash. It's not gonna get all of it, but it'll clear enough of it, so I can just have somewhat of a decent surface to work on. No rubbing alcohol or anything to get rid of it. It's just me scraping that extra paint off. Okay. Let's go into some yellow. We'll put it right here. Get some glycerin. Yellow semi-transparent anyway, but we're gonna just do this to it. Okay. Method to my madness. Promise. We'll take it and we'll just we'll make like we got some sense and we'll just go in a direction. Just like that. Okay. It's actually brighter. It's actually brighter on this side. So we'll just kind of surround it like this. A little more on this side. In there. If you get yellow anywhere else, semi-transparent, it's not going to really matter. Looks like crap. It's all right. Okay, we're building on things here. Okay, I truly don't have enough brown. Got more than enough red, not enough brown. So we'll go into this is burnt umber. We're gonna glaze the barn. All right. 1, it's quicker. 2, the effects are really cool. Okay. Artistic license again. The barn covered bridge is red. And we'll acknowledge that's kind of sort of. Sort of. All right. So I got the color I pretty much like-ish. I'm going into my glycerin pretty heavy here. All right. Almost no more glycerin than paint. Once again, Vegetable glycerin is really heat sensitive. The cooler it is, the more viscous, the thicker it is. The warmer it is, the more watery it is, and apt to dry that much quicker. All right. Covered barn style bridge. Hey, whatever helps you sleep in the morning or at night. That works for you. If you like it, I love it. All right, we're going to do the quote unquote shaded side. It's not really shaded, it's just sunlight hitting at an angle. But you know what I'm talking about. Okay, really color, just color it. Okay. All right. Will this yellow show through that? If you got your glaze thin enough, it most certainly will. We'll go right from the dark area here. But yeah, it'll show. It will show through. The direction you paint really won't matter. It's glycerin. You can have it go through whatever, you can color it whatever way you feel you should. I'm looking at my camera to make sure that I am not entirely in the way of you guys watching me do this. You guys don't know I just made an error, but I can correct it. It's all right. And see, you can wipe this stuff away too. All right. You can wipe it away, or you just add more glycerin to just get it to go away. So I'll just get some glycerin here. I'll wipe off my brush. Okay. And you can just kind of wipe it away to get that yellow to pop through. See this? This is what I'm talking about. See? That yellow, you have that yellow show through. This is what I'm talking about. You can really manipulate this stuff. It's fun to work with. It is. Fun to work with. You can do so much with this. Okay. And once again, if you don't like something, just use your finger, wipe it away. Okay. And you can keep wiping away to get the yellow to come through. It's very manipulative, so you can have a ball with it. You really can. If you want some more of that yellow to shine through, go for what you know. Enjoy yourself. I'm going into a little bit of yellow, a little tad of brown. Mix it. Keep a nice firm edge. And right underneath, there's a shadow here underneath this guy. It's little details like that that helps you. So you're painting for that happy little buck. If you choose to do so, up to you. Okay. Just like so. Have those little patches show through. Give that weathered look to it. You got me? And even in the black, color the black in. It brings a little color harmony to your work. Now, when you put your hand on your painting, make sure it's dry. If not, you're going to get a very unpleasant surprise. Don't say I haven't warned you. All right. We're going to go back into this deep color here. It's probably a little lighter technically on this side, but we're going to make it dark just to give it some contrast. Artistic license once again. Artistic license strikes again. I'm getting it as close to that border or that edge as I possibly can with this rather large brush. Sometimes you just have to tap and play with it till you get it there. Of course, I could use a smaller brush, but once again, for the sake of time, I will not. All right, like that. Okay. All right. Let's go to straight right out of the tube red. should I use this for it? Yes, because I'm lazy. Oh, straight up tube red. We'll do one right here. It is a deep red. Okay. Get some more red. Now on this side, I'll keep the red. Now here's where you kind of pay attention to your eye for detail and such. So you're still dealing with a rectangle. It's the corner of the building. You still have a light and a dark side. Okay. So follow basic rules, even on small little details like that. Follow the rules. I'll add a little bit of white to it. Just a little bit. I'll bring it. I'll bring it right here. Just to lighten it up here. All right, let's see if this works. On the supposed lit side. No, it's not white enough. Not light enough, believe it or not. That should be. I don't have to have it look like it's been doused in gamma radiation or anything, but just a little lighter. Needs to be lighter. I'm gonna get some yellow, a little touch of white. I'm gonna do it again. That'll work. So we got a little bit of a shine here on this side. Okay, just a wee bit. Let's go back into our red, just our deep red. I'll put it over here. It's just easier for me to reach and blend it. We're gonna do the edge. Just be careful. I'm going toward the top. I can bring it back towards the bottom. I'm just wiping away where it's dipped into the black a little bit. It's okay. Make sure it's dry. Go on the other side. I'm using the edge of the brush to do so. I'll get as close as I possibly can to that edge and just bring it down. You'll get accustomed to doing this. Yeah, no, my head is not in the way. You'll get used to doing this. Don't think it's impossible. I couldn't do it either. Okay, so you guys can do it. You can do this. You definitely can do this. All right. Now, because of this is a slightly worm's eye view. You're looking, it's shaky, but you're actually looking up at this because one, you don't see the pitch of the roof. All you see is the frame. You follow me? You got me? Anybody notice that? Anybody notice that? Okay. All right. This paint's a little thicker. I don't have glycerin in it. Just the yellow and the white and the red that's on the brush. And we're gonna go on the side here. You definitely would have to really show a light and dark side. I'll go from here. And just be careful. Just be careful with it. I'm take your time, because with the white in this, it's definitely opaque. All right, there's no glycerin in this. Just be careful. I gotta cover over where the tape didn't quite, it went over the black line, so I gotta cover that very carefully. Just like so. Just have a light side over there, and then we're gonna work on this side, and then she'll be pretty much done. All right. Okay. Lit side of this barn. We'll get some glycerin. We'll come right in here and just make a big mash right in here. Okay. I don't really want a barn that's like rose colored, so we'll get a little touch of brown, just a little bit. Just like that. We'll brown it up a little bit here. Now, because of the white that's in it, you have to be careful. It's really it's really opaque. So be careful. All right. Okay. So we got this pinkish side of the barn. Be careful. Once again, you do have glycerin on this, so you can wipe it away if it's a little much. Okay. Okie dokie then. Let's get on to it. Yes, Madonna, we are looking up at the bridge. It's like the photographer really took a picture of this thing sitting on it. Sitting right here. All right. Okay, here we go. Am I gonna paint over this? Yup, I will. As you can see, it's beginning to look really opaque. Now, I'm gonna show you something. If you end up getting something that looks that thick, don't panic. Don't panic. Panic not. Totally dry off your brush. Go into your glycerin and wipe off some of the glycerin. Okay, and go right back into it. It breaks up and thins this stuff a lot. Okay, and you just continue it on with the glycerin. Go right in there, right in, wipe it right off. See, you can just go up and just scrape it away. See, and now some of that yellow is showing through. Hashtag, do not panic. Don't panic. It's not worth it. And you're not going to do anything about it when you panic anyway. Remain calm. Stay seated. Use your hand. Wipe some of that love away if you feel you must. Just like that. Let's wipe it away. Let's see how it's starting to look. Hashtag, don't panic. Panic not. I had to learn this. Okay, I had to experiment, play with it. I most certainly did. Yes, I went back into the dark stuff. It's all right. Because I can go back into the glycerin and take the dark stuff and spread it. Just spread it down, see? Take the dark stuff, bring it downward. And remember, glycerin spreads, so after you're done streaking it, you can see it here almost in real time, okay? See how you can bring it down, bring it across, okay? You can pretty much do whatever you want with it, okay? You can do whatever, all right? And see, it goes away. Hashtag, don't panic. You're okay. But you never thought I would finger paint a covered bridge. But you can do it. You definitely can do it. Like so. All right, but you do have the lit side. Yep, I'm gonna color this gray also. Actually, I'm doing it to show you you can glaze over this stuff. Okay. See? All right. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. Okay. Let's take some of this, a little bit of this. We'll come here and add a shadow in here. Just because I want to, really. I'm really making do with the colors I got, playing around with. All right. Okay. Let's take a little bit of this white. We'll wipe a bunch of it off. And we'll play with some stuff right in here. Very lightly. It's got glycerin over it, so don't panic. Once again, don't panic. Panic not, because it wipes away. So we got some weathered stuff happening here too. Okay. All right. As I'm totally looking at this painting, I think we pretty much got everything. I'm still looking at various spots. I don't have enough. I'll have to do it this way. I'll cheat. I will cheat a little bit to get rid of this. Okay. I think we pretty much have it. Pretty much. All right. I think we did it. I think we're done. Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Remember, our clocks go back, but it'll be 2 o'clock. I'll show how this was actually drawn. Okay. And I hope I may not be there. Okay. Sunday's very busy for me. I did it last night. So I hope it helps you out. I hope it helps Sonia out. Okay. And how to do the covered, the covered barn here. I think we got it, guys. Done deal. We did it. If I wanted to, and I think I'll do it just for shites and giggles. Let's get my script liner if I can find it. Because we do have an inside framework inside the windows. I'll just use water. Get a little touch of white. I'll put it in this a little bit. We do have some in there on window frames. And we'll just kind of take a very thin, just like this. And we'll hint of it right in here like this. We will hint of the inside frame in there. Just a hint of it. I gotta be careful not to put my palm into the glisten area. Don't have to be perfect. The sun is just peeking in there a little bit. Must be 2 o'clock. He must have just started. just little detailing things. That's all. Because you're not really looking at the painting this close. You know, you're looking at it from a little ways away. All right. Thank you, Lisa B. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Madonna. Thank you, Fatima. I appreciate you. Okay, let's get rid of this. We'll go to another stream. We'll pull back the tape. You guys get to see it in its true form. This is not it. It's kind of scrunched in. Okay. We'll get rid of that. This will go away. You're not going to see this when I switch over. All right, there you go. That's what she's looking like. We'll pull the tape off. At least what I can pull off, because I know I razor bladed some of it. Double glued 12 by 18 watercolor paper. And there you go. All right. I'm going to show you something real fast. Hopefully I can do it without tearing things up, because I'm good at tearing things up. I'll show you what this looks like. All right. It's definitely not as red as, but I told you that the vantage point is a little different. This is a little more extreme. I can't really do it on this size paper like that, because it's just going to look really wonky. But as you can see, he took a picture sitting there, he or she. Okay, but you see the odd tree there. I didn't have enough for the tree that's dipped over here. Okay, didn't have enough for that. But you see the other trees are there. The little funky pine thing is there. And then you see the bushes. All right, here, no grass, but because of the angle is different, I had to add some grass and stuff, but it's pretty much what it is. All right. Of course, I took artistic license with it a little bit, but it basically is there. Even the little slats are in there. All right, but I wanted to show you that, you can take a photograph, paint it, but you don't necessarily, unless the client wants it, you don't necessarily have to do it exactly as the. I think I got this wrong, but I'll fix it later. Here, let me tighten it up though. But you don't have to do it that way. I can get rid of this. Let me get rid of some things here on this. Okay, turn that back. All right, but anyway, there you go. There you have it. It is now 1:55 I've been on. Okay, cool. All right, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out the actual video of how I made this. Hopefully it helps you out. It does take a little bit of time to do it, but as you get used to it, you'll do it quicker and quicker and quicker. All right. It doesn't even look like you even took a pen and outlined it. Okay. You've got some pen marks in there, obviously, to show the slats and the boards and whatnot, but because of the grain of the wood that you've painted on and whatnot, it looks pretty cool. All right. I pretty much stuck to what the picture looks like as far as the trees and such, but you can add whatever background you want, really. So it's truly up to you. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend. I gotta take a giant dog for a bath. That ought to be great. You see what I'm wearing. All right. Take care, guys. Peace. See you when I see you.